Men at the desk gotta be able to help. Been looking for weeks. Hope I hit pay dirt this time. I ain't leaving. Didn't come all this way for nothing. Guess I better take the stairs.
Lauren Winter. Ring any bells?
Nope, can't say it does. Oh, that Lauren Winter. 3rd floor, last door on the left at the end of the corridor.
Lauren Winter?
Sorry, I only see clients by appointment.
Wait.
It's $50. I don't kiss and I don't do any weird shit.
Fine by me.
Put your money on the table. You got exactly 10 minutes when the alarm...
Nice looking girl.
Okay?
But too young to be the sort of girl you find holed up in a dive like this. Hey, she thinks I'm a client. Yeah, she keeps the place pretty ship-shape. I've seen whores that didn't give a damn about their living conditions.
You should take your clothes off. We ain't got all day.
Actually, I'm not a customer.
Shit, a cop. I should have known. What do you want, a freebie? Is that it?
My name is Scott Shelby. I'm a private detective. The families of the victims of the Origami Killer asked me to investigate the murders. I came here just to ask you some questions about Johnny.
I already told the police all I know and I have nothing to add. Leave me alone.
I understand, Lauren. I know what you're going through.
Oh yeah? You know what it feels like to find your own son's body on a wasteland? I'm sorry, I don't believe you have the slightest idea what I'm going through, Mr. Shelby.
There'll be other victims if we don't stop the killer. You have got to help me, Lauren. You may know something that can aid the investigation.
Help you? There's nothing you can do! My son's dead, do you hear me? He's dead!
If we don't find the killer, there'll be other mothers who find their son's body on a deserted wasteland. But you're right. Why should you care? It's not your problem anymore, right?
What do you want to know?
How did your son disappear?
He used to go play with the neighborhood kids after school. It was pouring down something awful that day. I'll never forget it. All his friends came home around 5. All except him.
Did you suspect anyone after he disappeared?
I meet a lot of pretty shady characters in my line of work. Sure, I thought of it at first. But it didn't seem to make any sense. I don't believe any of my clients could have done that to my Johnny and all those other kids. You want one?
No thanks, I quit.
That's brave.
Do you know if they found anything on the wasteland? Any leads or witnesses?
No. He said he must have run away and he'd probably end up coming back. His body was found 5 days later with an origami figure in his hand and an orchid on his chest.
When did you sound the alarm?
About 8 o'clock. I began to get worried. I went all around the neighborhood. I went to the wasteland where they like to play. I went to see his friends. I called the cops about 10 o'clock. Time's up, Mr. Shelby. I hope you got what you wanted. Now get out of here.
I'll leave my card on the kitchen table. You never know. I gotta get out of here. No point in pushing it. She's not gonna tell me anymore. I didn't learn squat. Well, it's worth a try.
Well, if you remember anything, the smallest detail, give me a call.
Lauren! Lauren, open up, baby. It's me.
Troy, what are you doing here? I already told you I don't want to see you anymore.
Sorry, Dal, but I really wanted to see ya.
God, my hands are trembling. I gotta keep my act together. At least for now. Noted that name somewhere. What was it? Blake, Lieutenant
Zone is sectioned off, sir. Please step back.
Agent Norman Jaden, FBI.
You got a badge or something, Mr. Jaden?
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Check. You can pass.
I'm looking for Lieutenant Blake. Is he around?
I saw him arrive earlier. He's here somewhere.
Thanks. Goddamn rain. Hasn't stopped pouring since I arrived. I'm really gonna love it here. Reporters. Already. Huh. They seem well informed. Video memo recording, Agent 47023, Norman Jaden, Tuesday, October 4th, 2011. Time is 8:14 a.m. Unrelated to the investigation. I'm looking for Lieutenant Carter Blake. Thanks. The crime scene is compromised by all these people. I doubt there'll be many clues left, if there were any to start with. Way too many people here. They're trampling all over the crime scene. They're soaking wet. There's a railroad track near where the body was left. Same as all the other victims. The body is still here. Lieutenant Blake? I'm Agent Norman Jaden from the FBI. I went by your office this morning. They told me you'd be here.
Now, if you're looking for rain, dead bodies, and highways, you come to the right place. Mike, will you tell that asshole with the bulldozer to stop for 5 minutes? I can't hear myself think here.
Right away, Lieutenant.
Well, are you coming, Jaden?
So, what happened?
Some guy taking his dog for a piss found the body about 6 o'clock this morning. We don't know much more right now. Based on what we've seen, looks like the work of the origami killer.
Has the time of death been established?
Based on the rigor mortis, must be less than 6 hours ago. We should know more once the coroner has had a look. Any news on the coroner? He's on his way, Lieutenant. We've been waiting for an hour, for fuck's sake.
Any witnesses?
None yet. Given the neighborhood, I'd be surprised if anybody saw anything.
Listen, you look busy. Do you mind if I have a look around?
Be my guest. Hey, Jaden, come and see me if you find anything, okay? We're on the same team now.
Harry, comment. Traces of blood on the railroad track. The blood report indicates an advanced and long-lasting state of exhaustion. Harry, comment. Traces of footprints leading toward the body. They don't look like those of the police. No correlation with the body for the moment. Harry, comment. Traces of blood detected on the fence behind the railroad line. There's a good chance that they're the killers. Harry, comment. Tire tracks on the side of the road behind the railroad line. It may be the killer's car. Some orchid pollen. The concentration of pollen in the air is quickly decreasing because of the rain, but it gets higher in the direction of the body. Harry, comment. Sample of no interest. Comes from one of the policemen present on the wasteland.
I'm heading back to the office. You staying?
Yeah, I'm gonna have another look around if you don't mind.
Take all the time you want.
Harry, comment. The victim is lying on his back. No visible signs of violence. An orchid was placed on the victim's chest. A small origami figure in the right hand. Fingers were probably closed after the time of death. The victim is Jeremy Bowles, declared missing 5 days ago. See reference file. Superficial wound on the right thigh. The blood is identical to that on the fence. His face is covered with mud, like the other victims. Think I've seen all there is to see. The trail leads to this ridge. The killer must have come down here with the body. Think I've seen enough. Better get back to the station before I catch pneumonia. The trail leads to this ridge. The killer must have come down here with the body. Impressive. Seems the only traces the killer left are those he intended to leave. He knew exactly what he was doing, right down to the tiniest detail. The trail leads to this ridge. The killer must have come down here with the body.
a butterfly. A wolf's head. A crab. Death. Death.
I have the results of your MRI scans. Everything seems to be normal. There is no physical damage from the accident. However, I am worried about your psychological condition. I know it's not easy, but you've got to start over, Ethan. You're not responsible for what happened.
It's my fault Jason is dead. He'd still be alive if I'd been looking out for him.
It was an accident. Accidents happen every day. You can't blame yourself forever for your son's death. How is Sean?
I know he's really unhappy. He just can't understand why I seem unable to love him.
And what about you, Ethan? What do you feel?
I stopped living at the same time Jason did. When that car ran into us.
Is there something else you wanted to tell me, Ethan?
No. No.
That's the end of this session. We'll continue this conversation next week. You were lucky, Ethan. It's very rare to survive such a traumatic accident.
I don't exactly feel lucky, Doctor. Is something the matter, Sean?
No, I'm all right.
How did things go at school today?
The teacher yelled at me for being late again. She's gonna send me home the next time it happens.
I'm sorry about that, Sean. Next time, we'll really pull it together, okay? Do you want to eat something? Aren't you gonna go play with the other kids?
I don't feel like it.
I haven't been on a seesaw in a long time. What do you think?
Yeah! Come on, Dad, make me fly!
I'll find something else to do with him. Maybe he'd like to have a turn on the swings. Maybe a ride on the merry-go-round. He seems to be having fun. It's been a long time since I've seen that smile. Saw a boomerang in his bag. He used to be pretty good with one of those. A boomerang? You know how to use it?
No, not really. I can never make it come back.
Can I give it a try?
Whoa! You did it, Dad!
Do you want to give it a try?
I won't be able to do it.
Oh, come on, let's try it together. Now, the main thing is to get the right position at the beginning. Now, you gotta throw it straight and a little to the right. Now, throw it!
I did it! I did it, Dad!
Good job, Sean. See? That wasn't so hard. I'll find something else to do with him. Maybe a ride on the merry-go-round. What about that merry-go-round? I bet I can push you so fast you won't be able to stay on it.
Great! Go on, Dad, as fast as you can. Faster! Faster! Come on! Faster, faster! Whoa! I think my head is spinning.
Good training for astronauts, though. It's getting dark. It might start to rain soon. I'll find something else to do with him. Maybe he'd like to have a turn on the swings. He seems to be having fun. I'd like a packet of strawberry-flavored Chewies, please. Thanks. Hey, I got you some Chewies.
I hate strawberry. Thanks. It was nice of you anyway.
Looks like rain's coming. I think we better go.
Okay. You know, sometimes I remember before. I mean, when Jason was still here. Sometimes I wish everything could just be the way it was before.
Me too, Sean. Me too.
Come on, Dad, what are you doing?
I'm coming.
Hey, Dad, can I have a ride on the carousel? Can I?
Sure. Go pick a horse and get on. I'll get a ticket. Sean looks happy. I wish I could see him like that more often. I want to get back to being the kind of father I used to be. One, please.
That's $1.
Sean! Where's Sean? What? It's nighttime. That's impossible. I just shut my eyes a second ago. I just can't remember a thing. How the hell did I get here? No, I don't believe it. I couldn't have...
Sean! 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 Sean, where are you? Sean? Sean? Sean!
His backpack's still here, but where's Sean? He's not here. He's not here! Sean. Sean, I've got to find him. The house! He must have gone back to the house. Sean! Where's Sean?
Sean! Sean! Sean!
Sean! Where's Sean?
Sean!
Do you think it's gonna take long?
No, he should be finished soon.
I'm off, Charlene. I'll look at the reports later. Oh, cancel all appointments for this afternoon.
Okay. Oh, Captain, Agent Norman Jayden from the FBI is here.
Jayden, of course. We've been expecting you. I'm in a bit of a hurry. Do you mind tagging along? We can talk as we walk.
Yeah, of course. I wanted to introduce myself before getting started, but perhaps there's a better time.
No, it's fine. I just have to get to the press conference. We have them every day now. Believe me, it's not always easy finding something to tell them. Fortunately, today we have some news. Have you met Lieutenant Blake yet?
Yeah, we met this morning.
He has his own methods, but he's a good cop. I'm sure you'll get on well together. Do you know how to tie a knot in a necktie?
I guess.
To be frank with you, I could have done without the FBI on this one, but the press are all over us. This origami killer case crept up on us, and it's fast becoming a national concern. There are hundreds of killers in this country, but what do you know? This guy is exotic. He leaves flowers and origami figures. Work that one out. Then the press get onto it, and we suddenly become the center of the universe.
I'm here to arrest a serial killer. With all due respect, sir, the rest of it, it's none of my business.
No, of course not. All I'm asking is that you make progress, and fast. The press want a perpetrator, and we're gonna have to serve him up on a silver platter. Well, I hope you're better at profiling than at tying knots. Oh, forget it, I'll manage. Oh, go see Charlene, she'll show you to your office. Yeah, check in on the press conference if you're interested. It'll give you an idea of the political climate around here.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome to the club, Jayden.
I should get Perry's assistant to show me my office. I can't wait to get to work. I'll have a look around the station. Stretch my legs for a bit. Captain Perry is doing his press conference now. Might be interesting to have a look. I saw Blake when I arrived. Maybe I should go talk to him. Think I need a good cup of Java. I'm dying of thirst. Where's the water cooler when you need one? Strange character, Captain Perry. Seems to be more interested in meeting the press than investigating the crime.
To determine the exact cause of death, but going from first indications, it would seem that he drowned. The state in which the body was found suggests the methodology of the origami killer. The investigation should confirm this in the coming days. The police are continuing to work around the clock to find the murderer as quickly as possible. I'll field some questions. Yes.
You said the methodology indicated another victim for the origami killer. Can you be more specific?
An origami figure was found in the victim's hand, and an orchid was placed on his chest. His face was covered with mud, but there were no visible traces of violence to the body. Go ahead.
The Zodiac killer was never identified. Perhaps the origami killer will never be found either.
I don't think there's much chance of that. For the moment, the killer may think he's invulnerable, but in the end he'll make a mistake and we'll be there to arrest him. Yes?
Did the killer leave any written evidence? Perhaps a ransom note explaining his actions? Or anything like that?
No. He has not made contact in any way, and we have only the murders to help us understand his motives. Yes. What's the question?
Some people are saying that the police were slow to take an interest in these murders because the victims lived in poorer parts of the city. What do you say to that?
That's absurd. The police make no distinctions between victims based on their social class. It is true that the origami killer seems to choose his victims from the more impoverished parts of town. The higher crime rate in these areas makes the investigation more difficult. Time for a couple more. Yes.
There are rumors that the FBI has sent a profiler to help with the investigation. Is that true?
You seem to be well informed. Yes, we asked the FBI to send us a profiler to help us with this investigation. We were planning to announce this in the next few days, but it seems that won't be necessary.
According to certain sources, the town hall's been applying pressure to avoid any mention of a serial killer in order not to have an adverse effect on the mayor's election campaign. Do you have anything to say about that?
Pure speculation. At no time has the mayor been involved in this investigation, except to support the efforts of the police force, of course. Thank you for your cooperation.
One question, please, sir. One last question.
Captain Perry, one more question, please.
Case is front page news in all the papers. It's not going to be easy investigating a crime under the glare of all this publicity. This investigation is starting to give me the creeps. Get a hold of yourself, man.
I'm ready to start. Maybe we should kick off by talking about the case?
I have some work to finish here. Let's talk about that later, if you don't mind.
Okay. No problem. Just let me know when you're available.
Really starting to dislike that guy. Better watch my back from now on.
Nice watch.
Oh, it's the present we offer to our new lieutenants. We bought the same model each year for the past 20 years for each promotion. It optimizes everybody's time, and it's the kind of thing that always goes down well. You can contribute to our fund if you like. We're still a few dollars short.
Congratulate Larry on my behalf.
I'll be sure to do that, sir.
Captain Perry said you could show me to my office?
Yes, of course. Follow me.
This is my office?
That's where I was told to take you. If you need anything, you know where to find me.
Okay, time to work. No time to lose. Gotta get down to work. First, analyze the case files. Wow. More like a big cupboard. Well, I wanted a quiet place to work, and it certainly looks like I got it.
Step 1. Change the office. The killer's car is probably a Chevrolet Malibu 83. No prints or specific clues. Nothing much to go on. A common species. That doesn't help much. The orchid is a common species. It can be found at any flower shop. Just one origami store in town. Eight victims in the last 3 years. All boys, aged between 9 and 13. No signs of violence. The victims disappear from public places in broad daylight. No one notices anything. Bodies are found 3 to 5 days later, drowned in rainwater. There is always a railroad line adjacent to where the bodies are found. And all the victims disappeared in the fall. The killer has a large comfort zone. He gained confidence rapidly and moved away from his base. This won't make the geoprofiling any easier. Always the same ritual. An origami in the hand, an orchid on the chest. The victims have always been dead for less than 6 hours when they were found, which means they remained alive for several days before being drowned. Over 3,500 people questioned. Over 100 suspects interrogated. Not a single lead to go on. Here we go again. I better go wash my face. I need to take some. I'm gonna faint if I resist. I gotta hang on. I can beat this. I need it. I'll feel better.
Is everything all right, sir?
No one must see.
This is Lieutenant Blake, Mr. Mars. Could you please tell him what happened?
It was this afternoon. I went to the park with my son, Sean. We played together for a while, and then he wanted to go on the carousel, so I put him on one of the wooden horses, and when I turned back, Sean had disappeared.
Exactly what time did you arrive at the park? Try to remember exactly, Mr. Mars. Every detail can be important.
It must have been about 5:30, I think. I'm not really sure.
What was your son wearing when he disappeared?
He was wearing a coat. A beige coat. And a pair of pants. Green pants.
How could Sean have disappeared without you even noticing? Weren't you right by the carousel?
I went to sit on a bench a little way off. I didn't notice right away the carousel had stopped. That must have been when Sean disappeared.
You say you took your son to the park after school, but you didn't report him missing until 8:15. Why did it take you so long to contact the police?
I searched the whole neighborhood for him. I thought he couldn't have gone far.
Did Sean have any particular difficulties, Mr. Mars? Anything that might have caused him to run away?
No. No, I don't think so.
Everything okay at school? Any particular problems between you and your wife?
No, nothing in particular.
All right. That's all the questions I have for now. You're free to go, Mr. Mars. We'll continue to look for Sean overnight. We'll contact you if we have any more questions.
Do you think the origami killer...
Listen, your son's probably just run off and he'll turn up in a couple of hours.
But what if it is the origami killer?
Well, then we have about 4 days to find him alive.
Did they find something?
No, nothing yet, but they're gonna keep looking through the night.
Do they think it's the origami killer?
It's still too early to say, but it is a possibility.
What happened, Ethan? How could you lose Sean like that? You should never have taken your eyes off him. I mean, for God's sake, how hard is it to keep your eye on a child in the park? Why did you leave him, Ethan? Why? Wasn't it enough losing Jason? I'm sorry. It's not what I meant to say. I miss him so much.
Evening.
Good evening to you, sir.
Store's empty. Guess it's that time of day. Well, it's a good time for a quiet little talk. Guy behind the counter? Gotta suppose that's him.
Do you need something, sir? Can I help you, sir?
Well, I hope so. My name's Scott Shelby. I'm a private detective. I'm investigating the case of the origami killer. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
My son is dead, Mr. Shelby. I have nothing more to say.
The killer has kidnapped another victim. A 10-year-old boy. Like your son, Risa. I have 4 days before we find his body on a deserted stretch of wasteland.
No one did anything to save my son. Now, you would please to move along, sir.
I'll leave my card in case you change your mind.
Don't bother, Mr. Shelby. There really is no point.
Oh, do you sell inhalers? I'm all out, and at least I won't go away completely empty-handed.
In the back of the store, to the right.
Thanks.
Good evening, sir. Are you looking for something in particular?
Give me what you got in the register. Don't fucking try anything. Open the register, you dumb fuck. Put the money on the counter.
My gun.
You deaf or what?
Oh, left it in the
Are you
car.
gonna open that fucking register or not?
Gotta think of something else.
You do not have the right to steal that money from me.
If I could sneak up behind him without making any
Cannot
noise,
have it.
be as quiet as possible.
What did you say? You're out of your fucking mind, man. You don't get it, do you? I'm gonna put a fucking bullet right between your eyes if you don't do what I say now.
You shall not be robbing my register, sir. That money is mine. I ask you now to leave before it is too late.
Christ,
Don't
goddamn
turn
idiot!
around.
Open the register.
Just
Don't make me fucking kill you.
Better not move.
That I cannot
Kid
do.
might panic if I try anything.
I'll waste.
Punk. Didn't give me any choice.
1,000 thank you, sir. I don't know what would have happened if you had not been here.
Well, at least I didn't come by for nothing. Have a nice day.
When my boy, Reza, disappeared, I received a letter with a locker ticket inside. Inside the locker, I found this box. I do not understand what it means, but I think it must be a sort of message from the man who took my son from me.
Can I?
Please, take the box if it can be of any use to you at all. It did not help me to save Reza, but maybe it will help you find the other little boy. Mr. Shelby, I was beginning to think that there was no good to be found in this place. I can see now that I was wrong.
Goddamn insomnia. I'm totally exhausted, but I just can't sleep. If I try to stay busy, it might actually help me get to sleep. Maybe I'll go to bed and give the sleep thing one more shot. A hot drink is what I need. I really need sleep. How hard can it be to fall asleep? A hot shower. That'll create the magic of sleep.
I think I'm starting to be seriously scared. How on earth did the fridge just open like that? Get it together, girl. You probably just left it open by accident. The fridge door. I'm sure I closed it. Come on, it couldn't have just opened on its own. Look, going without sleep is driving me crazy. Get up, close the fridge door, go to bed. Simple. There's someone here. There's someone in the apartment. The phone on the desk. I could call for help. The front door. It's the only way out. If I can reach it, I still have a chance. They must have got in while I was asleep.
That letter might be linked to Sean's disappearance. I need to show it to the police. I'm the origami killer. I black out, and then the murdering starts. I know it's me. This doesn't make any sense. It couldn't have been me. I couldn't ever have done that. I'm exhausted. I didn't sleep a wink all night. Goddamn reporters. They've been camped outside my house all day. What did I do with Sean? I must have done something. But I just can't remember. When the parents came home from church, all their children were gone. They searched and called for them. They cried and begged. But it was all to no avail. The children have never been seen again. I couldn't have hurt him. I love him. I love him with all my heart. But what in God's name did I do when he was on the carousel? I'd give anything to know where Sean is now. There's no way back for me if I've done anything to hurt Sean. What does it mean? Some sort of fairy tale? The origami figure in my hand after my blackout. It's the same one the killer leaves in the hands of his victims. I've never done origami in my life. It looks like the ticket to a locker. I have to get out of here and find out this angel on the ticket. I'm sure I've seen it somewhere before. I think I know where this ticket comes from. Someone sent me that letter for a reason. No time to waste. I need to find out what's in that locker. I'm just not gonna make it. I'm tightening up. I can't go on. Maybe I could come back later, when there's less of a crowd. The luggage lockers. They're on the other side of the station. I can't make it. Too many people. Too many people. Jason! Jason, Dad's here, son! Jason! Jason, come back! The balloon! Gotta get the balloon! Jason. It's Jason. He's there. He's right there. This time I'll save him. You gotta be kidding. This is driving me crazy.
Dad!
The balloon. Gotta get the balloon. The balloon. Gotta get the balloon. Line 18, box number 3. Made it. I made it. I managed to get through the goddamn crowd. A nightmare. The whole thing was just a fucking nightmare. Jason is dead. The locker number. It's on the ticket. The lockers. Now I've got to find the right one. The lockers. Now I've got to find the right one. A shoebox. What's the connection with Sean's disappearance? I took a room in the first motel I saw. Am I the one who put this box in the locker? I don't remember. The box from the locker. What am I going to find inside? Gotta open it and find out what's inside.
According to our sources, a child disappeared from the Stanton district yesterday evening. He was last seen playing in the park with his father. Full details are unknown, but following the disappearance of Jeremy Bowles, there is suspicion that this again may be the work of the Origami Killer. If confirmed, it will bring the number of victims to 9.
Help! Dad!
Sean.
Where are you? I'm so cold. Dad! Dad!
He's gonna drown. Oh my God, Sean! Sean, what have I done to you? Rain. He's in a well that's filling up with rainwater. The more it rains, the more the water rises. This video is being transmitted in real time. This is happening now. Sean. He's alive! If I don't find that well in time, Sean's gonna drown.
The killer is white, aged between 30 and 45. He doesn't act on impulse, but plans his crimes in a very meticulous fashion. He doesn't have anything personal against the victims. That's why he covers their faces with mud, to make them anonymous.
Why does he kill them if he doesn't have anything against them?
For him, they're more of an image, a symbol. That's probably why he gives them an origami figure and an orchid as gifts to apologize for what he's done to them.
Very interesting. And where does all that get us?
The best way of tracking a predator is to be familiar with his behavior.
That may be true in novels, but there's a child's life at stake here.
Continue, Jaden.
Then I studied the geographical distribution of the murders. Generally, a killer commits his first murder near to where he lives, so he has a safe place to flee to if any complications arise. The more confident he becomes, the further he roams from his base. By analyzing the locations where the victims disappeared, I was able to isolate a zone where the killer might live.
And what size is this, zone?
For the moment, about 10 square mile.
Oh, great. There must be 10,000 people live in that sort of area. You gonna question them one by one?
The more clues we get, the more we can reduce the zone. We can then cross-check it with our list of suspects and identify the killer. One detail attracted my attention. The interval between the time when a victim disappears and the time when the body is found ranges from 3 to 5 days. But the rainfall is always at 6 inches, give or take 10%.
What on earth does that mean?
All the victims were drowned in rainwater. The killer kills only in the fall when there is plenty of rain. It could be that he puts them in some sort of well or tank that is open to the skies and that fills up with rainwater. The more it rains, the less time the victim has to live.
So what's next?
There are 2 suspects whose psychological profile might fit and can be connected to the comfort zone. I'd like to question them.
God damn it. We're wasting our time with this bullshit. The killer's out there somewhere, and we gotta get off our asses and find him.
The killer is no ordinary murderer. He is intelligent, organized, and methodical. You won't find him by patrolling the streets.
Tell me, Agent Jayden, did you get your vast experience on the job, or did you just fucking read about it in some school book?
I came here to find a killer. And that is exactly what I'm gonna do. With or without your help.
Fucking asshole! That's enough! You said it took 6 inches of rainfall before the victim died. How much time do we have left?
If the weather forecasts are right, less than 72 hours. No answer. We waste our time coming here.
Maybe we should have a little look inside anyway.
There's nobody home.
There is now.
I'm not sure that's entirely legal.
Call the cops.
Looks like Nathaniel Williams is a pretty religious guy.
He's a God-fearing idiot, waiting for the end of the world. We questioned him a few months back because he was causing a disturbance in the park. He was ranting and raving. Said he heard voices. Had this idea in his sick little head that I was the Antichrist. I'd come to Earth to persecute him. Real twisted.
It's stifling in here. Those windows haven't been opened in years. Nathaniel Williams is our prime suspect. He's already been questioned, and he lives in the exact geoprofiling zone. The guys taking a break from reality holed up here in this crazy apartment. All the signs of a mystical obsessive neurosis compounded by a persecution complex. You don't have to be a profiler to see he's not a killer. We're wasting our time here.
Good timing, Nathaniel. Just the man we're looking for.
Angels and ministers of grace defend us.
I'm Agent Norman Jaden, FBI. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
As God is my witness, I haven't done anything. I'm innocent.
Relax. Nobody's accusing you of anything. We just want to talk. Where do you work, Nathaniel? Do you have a job?
My sole occupation is praying to the all-merciful Lord for the salvation of humanity.
Why all the crucifixes? Are you afraid of something?
The hour is nigh, and the wrath of God shall strike men down. I'm preparing for the end of the world.
Nathaniel, do you remember where you were last Tuesday at 4:30 p.m.?
Here? I was here. I was praying. All day.
Was there anybody with you?
No. No, I was alone.
What about the voices, Nathaniel? Do you still hear the voices? We know who talks to you, don't we, Nathaniel? Or we both know who talks to you.
Don't speak.
I've got to do something!
What does he say to you, Nathaniel?
I gotta stop Blake. He's going too far.
Blake,
I can't
what are
talk
you
about
doing?
it. You mustn't talk about it.
He orders you to go and find new prey, doesn't he? He needs more and more.
That's enough! Leave him alone!
No.
Shit!
No.
Blake is totally out of his mind. I can't just stand around and do nothing.
He told you to go and find that kid in the park.
Are you out of your
the
mind?
voices tormented you all night long. You wanted them to stop, didn't you, Nathaniel?
What's Blake looking for? Why is he pushing him over the edge?
Enough. So you obeyed them to make them stop. You took that
Better
boy
just
with you
stand there and
drowned
leave
him.
Blake
Isn't
to
that
it.
right? No! Stop! Stop! You killed them, didn't you, Nathaniel? Are you gonna confess, you bastard?
You are the Antichrist.
Put down the gun,
I shall
Nathaniel.
dispatch you to your father in hell. He is the son of Satan. He was sent to earth to destroy us. For Christ's sake, shoot!
Drop the gun, now! I shot him.
Yep. Looks like you did. Can't say I'll miss him. Come on, let's go.
Susan Bowles, mother of the Origami Killer's latest victim. Maybe she knows something about the circumstances surrounding her son's death. Asthma free for the moment and loving it. Good old inhaler in my pocket, just in case.
Mrs. Bowles? Anybody home? Mrs. Bowles! Mrs. Bowles, can you hear me? Wake up! Wake up! Ah, there you go. I'm gonna call an ambulance.
No, I don't want to go to the hospital. Please.
Okay. You got something around here I can dress this wound with?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, don't move. I'll be right back. Quick, she's losing blood. I gotta hurry. She should have some bandages in the bathroom. Need some bandages and disinfectant. Gotta be here somewhere. She should have some bandages and... Let's see. I need this, and this, and this. Stay with me, Susan. Susan, do you hear me? Susan, stay with me. Oh, I need more. It's still bleeding. Not perfect, but it'll do. I'm here for you, Susan. You'll be all right. I'll take care of you. There, I done what I can. That should stop the bleeding. Well, luckily the wounds aren't too deep. Hey, how are you feeling? You okay?
My baby. My baby needs me.
Right. You stay there. I'll take care of the baby. Okay?
Do you know what to do? With a baby, I mean.
I'm a private eye. There's nothing I can't do.
Her name is Emily.
Gotcha. Mommy will live for now. Let's see how Junior's doing. Hi there, Emily. So, what seems to be the problem, huh? Oh! Going by the smell, I got a pretty good idea. Okay. How do you do this again? No, brother, that's not the right way. Okay. Let's start again. No, brother, that's not the right way. Okay. Let's start again. No, brother, that's not the right way. Okay. Let's start again. No, brother, that's not the right way. Okay. Let's start again. No, brother, that's not the right way. Okay. Let's start again. No, brother, that's not the right way. Okay. Let's start again. No, brother, that's not the right way. Okay. Let's start again. No, brother, that's not the right way. Okay. Let's start again. No, brother, that's not the right way. Okay.